Yeah, so there we have it. Another extract of dilated peoples of the Caribbean is what we're going to call it. Obviously, you've got another backstory of how sort of, the British managed over a short period to become invaluable to the Indian powermen, as whoever had their backing would invariably secure dominance over rival factions. Slowly but surely, the British influence, shot by shot, grain by grain, began the indoctrination process of brain transplanting British administrative parliamentary ethos. Britain, from a psychological perspective, gradually persuaded one of the oldest cultures that worships deities of wisdom and education that civilization was to be neurologically advised from the pork belly of the Commonwealth. In what is recorded as Britain's greatest conquest on land, saw the British attempt to rule a gargantuan landmass as close to a local municipal division within the British Isles as humanly possible. The Indians, akin to Taiwan, South Korea and numerous enclaves in the Middle East, were able to control via the security of guns for hire. The Indian leadership, concerned with preserving their own interests, overruling peasantry requirements, delegated from a tactical position of covering one's own end to ensure they would utilise a force that would ensure victory against the neighbouring forces who they would have been in perpetual conflict with, inducing transfixed settlement of old scores and tit-for-tat revenge. This mindset of occupational focus towards fellow statesmen was the impending, violent, distracting smokescreen needed for the British to hold the nut-flush hand control, leveraging against the interests of Indian elites that submitted psychological and more practically political administration to what they believed was a superior brain. Little Britain was able to offer ad hoc military reinforcements in warfare, of which supported their industrial workhorse to outmaneuver Indian leadership and gather their revered jewel in the crown, financially acquiring India on the monopoly board game of European colonisation catapulted the British Empire to its zenith as potentially in cold, brutal, economical fact, minus the romance of antiquated myth, potentially the most successful empire ever recorded. This global domineering eventuality does have its downsides. Atrocities, exploitation and complaint of maltreatment can be reported and retold in excruciating microscopic detail by those who care to research history's afflicted.